Warning, the following syndication contains occasional use of profanity, so don't say that we didn't warn you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the heaviest show on earth. This is the Crash Report.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad.
Wait, what is this? Oh, sorry about that. Those damn hipsters are back at it again. This is the Crash Report. What's up? You are listening to the Crash Report on Akron One Radio. I am your host, Mr. Logan Crash Crosland, and we are here with my favorite band, my favorite alternative band in the world, Without Contrast. Everybody say hey.
What's up?
And we also have my good friend, Mr. Tyler Still, in here. Say hey.
Hey.
So, this is a new show airing every other Wednesday right here on Akron One Radio. And let's get started. So, how you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about yourselves, the band.
Well, it started off as Anthony, Talon, and I in Talon's basement, our former drummer. And
what happened to him?
He was just really not committed to the band at all. He was getting kind of shitty at us towards the end. But now we got a new drummer. We got Lucas over here.
Yeah.
We inducted him about maybe a month or two ago. And we've got Michael Mullet The
Rhythm guitar.
Yeah, rhythm guitar. And we practice often. We practice a lot. We're getting ready for concerts.
You guys got any shows coming up?
We got your show coming up on the 21st.
The Lakewood Meltdown, June 21st, at the Small and Sweaty Symposium in Lakewood, Ohio, right under the Fantasy Nightclub. It's going to be an awesome show. But, what genre are you guys?
Kind of like a punk alternative. I keep trying to convince these guys to throw some, metalcore riffs in there, but
We do have some harder rock songs.
yeah, we do have some harder rock songs, so we kind of met in the middle there.
So what's some of your influences?
Rush.
Metallica for me, I like them. In the modern scene, I'd say Avenged Sevenfold, even though they're starting to become old now. Yeah, the Rev died.
I'd say like Rise Against.
Rise Against is amazing.
It's a great
Like,
band.
Yeah.
wow. Green Day, a little bit.
Well, Modest Mouse.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of our songs.
Green Day, are you kidding me?
I mean,
Yeah, some of
You know, their old stuff, like Basket Case and Longview, like those were some cool songs, but 21 Guns,
I'm not a Green Day.
that Green Day,
Okay,
I
after
hate
American
Green Day.
Idiot, they kind of fell off, but
They kind of fell off into their first record.
they're still good musicians, though. Like,
I respect what they do. I think, even more so than Nickelback, Green Day has sold out. I honestly, I am actually a really big fan of Nickelback.
yeah, I mean,
But especially the stuff that's not on the radio. When you listen to, that newer one, When We Stand Together, that's like, oh,
I haven't heard that song.
you haven't heard that? You
No.
don't? But no, I'll tell you, it's just anybody can write a song like that and, know that it's going to be popular. Because, I'll tell you what, my band, Jag, last year we played a show in Kent with this band from Vegas called Otherwise. And they're really good musicians, but they wrote this song called Soldiers, which, I obviously support the military, all the men and women that go overseas. But when you write a song about it, you only write it because you know that you can get big off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just an easy topic.
It is, because everybody can relate to it, so that's, but, there's a huge fly in here, and it is distracting us. But, anyways, I hope you guys aren't sellouts already, writing corny songs about, world peace and saving world hunger.
Not Christopher Drew.
Who?
Christopher Drew.
Who's
Never
that?
Shout Never.
Oh, ew. What? Don't even talk. Dude, this is my show. There is a list of bands that they cannot be mentioned. I don't care if you talk about, Slayer, or anybody like satanic like that, or even Cannibal Corpse. As long as you don't say the names of Cannibal Corpse's songs on here, that's okay. But Never Shout Never is one of those bands, just like Blood on the Dance Floor, will not be.
Well, I don't.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
not
Ross.
on that dance floor. I didn't say that. I said
No, but I'm telling you, that's where I'm at with Never Say Never, or whatever they're called. Never Shout, whatever it is.
Yeah, they're terrible.
What are they called? Never Shout Never?
Never Shout Never.
Yeah,
It's Christopher Drew.
Justin Bieber.
No.
I never say never. All right, anyways. But, so you guys want to play a song for us real quick?
Oh.
I suppose
Yeah,
we
we
could.
can do that.
If you want to tell us a little bit about this song.
It was the first song we wrote when we were hanging out in Talon's basement, and it was just inspirational to us, and we built off of it.
Are you going to say the name?
It's called Relieved.
Yeah.
Relieved?
Relieved.
All right, this is Without Contrast and Relieved. All right, that was Without Contrast. We're going to take a short musical break, and we will be back, so stay tuned.
Soccer game. I got an 82 Fiero with a car seat in the middle, broken down on the interstate. I got a beer-stained t-shirt looking like Joe Dirt. Something about me just ain't right. I'm a cash-stealing, drug-dealing loser without any feeling, getting trailer trash tonight. 'Cause I'm a lowlife and I'm loving it. I got the whole damn world in the palm of my hand. I'm a lowlife, so fucking deal with it. No, you can't change something that you don't understand. I'm thrilled to be a hillbilly, hate to have to deal with me, probably just end in a fight. No sleeves, can't read, doesn't even faze me, naked sleeping like a baby tonight. 'Cause I'm a lowlife and I'm loving it. I got the whole damn world in the palm of my hand. I'm a lowlife, so fucking deal with it. No, you can't change something that you don't understand. I'm living it up, living it up. 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 Gun packing, bitch smacking, mess with me, it's gonna happen. Loving life, living in sin. Passed out on the floor, sorry, just don't work no more. Giving up on giving in. Fuck it. 'Cause I'm a lowlife and I'm loving it. I'm never gonna change as long as I live. I'm a lowlife, so fucking deal with it. 'Cause deep down I really know everyone is. 'Cause we're lowlifes and we're loving it. We got the whole damn world in the palm of our hand. 'Cause we're lowlifes, so fucking deal with it. No, you can't change something that you don't understand. I'm living it up, living it up. Lowlife.
Hey, what's up? We are back. You are listening to the Crash Report right here on Akron One Radio, and we are in here with Without Contrast. So, is this all your guys' first time being in a band, or have you guys all been in bands beforehand?
I've tried jamming with people before, but it just never really sounded good, or it never really went well, or the guy was a douchebag.
I know that feeling.
Exactly, I'm sure everybody does. But, no, go on.
Zach can't answer that question without seeming like really like cocky and like.
You want to talk a little bit louder, bud?
I feel like I can't answer that question without being like really cocky and an asshole about it, cause.
Well, hey, you heard that disclaimer at the beginning.
I've played with a lot of people, and I decided they all suck, so I quit playing with them at one time or another in some way. And I'm actually really excited about this band because it has so much power behind it. It just needs unleashed.
I take it you must be a pretty good drummer.
All right, yeah, that's, to put it mildly, that'd sound pretty good, to be mild about it.
So,
All right.
what about you, Anthony and Mike here? Is this your guys' first band?
Well, we were in a band like freshman year.
Oh, whatever happened to you guys were in a band called
Oh, what was it called? I forget.
Year? Weren't you in a band with?
Oh, that was like a little project with Talon and with Justin Mullis. It was called Year 3000.
Year 3000 Y3K. I remember hearing about that, and I was like, what? Didn't you guys have a song called something with the word Martian in it? Didn't you guys have a song with that in it?
Nah. Oh, yeah, because, we freaking changed our name.
So Martian
Child.
Martian Child. Okay, that's what it was. Band name
Because
change.
freaking Justin was like, dude, I don't want to be here 3000. I just found out that's a Jonas Brothers song.
I remember that song.
That's on the radio.
It's a Flight of the Conchords song, too.
Is it?
Oh, no,
just
that's
got a
not
little
the Humans Are Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, no, just drop it.
What?
What?
Oh, I was just saying it got a little bit better.
We just don't even, we only talk about that first band.
Well, first band, tell us
It
about
doesn't need to be uttered.
It doesn't need to be what?
Re-uttered. He said some words that should just be kept off of you.
You want to say them?
No, Anthony was the one that said them.
You want to say them?
Say what?
Share it with the class, Anthony.
Sure
What band
will.
you mentioned.
Oh, Jonas Brothers?
Dude? Oh, yeah, Jonas
Hey, if I
Brothers.
can't say Christopher Drew, I don't think we can say Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Jonas Brothers are bad too. You know, they're all bad. Every band to ever come out of like Disney and Nickelodeon and all that,
Yeah.
utter garbage, dude. But
You know what pisses me off?
Black Veil Brides.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, they piss me off too. Black Veil Brides, like, I don't even know what they're.
well, I'm a huge Motley Crue fan, and they're like a big, they're like a Motley Crue meets one of those screamo bands with skinny jeans and the 20-inch holes in their ears.
Weren't we
Yeah.
both at that Motley Crue concert?
Which one?
Yeah, didn't you go to the Crew Fest?
That wasn't the.
The one with Slipknot headlining.
And Motley Crue was there?
Yeah.
At Rock on the Range? It was not a Blossom.
It was a
Did you go to?
No, it wasn't
Wait,
Blossom.
Slipknot?
Did you go to the Crew Fest with Motley Crue?
Yeah.
I've seen Motley Crue every time they've been in Ohio. It's since 2008.
But what about the Crew Fest a couple years back? It's been some years, but
With
like they
which
had
one?
With Cherry and Papa Roach.
Yeah, I was at that one. That was my
Yeah,
first
that was a
Crue
good
show.
one.
That was really good. Motley Crue
Fest, too.
they put on phenomenal shows,
They
and
really do.
their tour packages always have great
Trapped
bands
was
on
on first.
them.
Remember that?
Trapped is actually an okay band.
Yeah, they just didn't have the light show to back them up.
No, but it was also 5 in the afternoon, so you can't really do much. But that was when I first had ever heard of 6 a.m. And
Really?
yeah, I didn't know anything. And
Nothing compared to Motley Crue. I'm sorry.
6 a.m. Now I didn't know Nikki Sixx was in that band, so I thought they were really good. But I thought that whole lineup was really good.
Yeah, they're good, but Motley Crue is like
Well,
so much.
it's Motley Crue. I mean, Tommy Lee is one of my favorite drummers, but I like Joey Jordison a lot too, and I know you hate Joey Jordison, right?
It's just overrated. It's not that I hate him. It's just, he's all right for like somebody who was in a marching band and then decided to play the drums. Like, good job. You.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm talking about the drummer from Slipknot.
Yeah, I remember playing those
He's-
cadences in high school. Good job, dude. You put them to metal music. That's how I feel. Whatever.
I don't
You know
know.
what? That's a pretty good point, but he's still a good drummer.
Well, yeah,
compared to
yeah,
most.
it's good. Like, I bet
He's
you.
fast.
I bet
It's
you
a
it's
good
like,
point with the marching band.
It
he
is.
was
He
like the
does
head
play
drummer
awesome, yeah.
too. But I'm sure he's good. But where's that like groove?
Well, he's just fast. I mean, like really fast. Like, you ever heard the Heretic Anthem?
Oh yeah.
That and the drums and that. But regardless, so what are you guys' plans? You guys got any plans for after the Lakewood meltdown?
Well, there's this battle of the bands we were talking about going.
Yeah, it's in September.
It's on September. It's either the 14th or 24th at Lake Wapison and Shreve. We're gonna try to sign up for that.
You know, I have like a love-hate relationship with the Battle of the Bands. I think, I don't know, I think they're all a little bit biased. If there's judges, because I actually just judged the Battle of the Bands Friday night in Lakewood at the Fantasy, which is right upstairs from the Symposium. And actually one of the bands that's playing next weekend was on the show, Lead Them to the Lake. But, you know, how'd they do? You'll see next Friday. No, they're a cool band. They say the F word a lot, which is always cool. But no, I mean, I just feel like, you know, whoever's judging it, you know, no matter how unbiased they try to be, if there's a band that plays a style of music that they like, they're going to give that band more points than a band who's got 50 times more talent but doesn't play what they like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100 times more potential because they haven't seen them.
Right. I mean,
behind the scenes.
I don't hate them, but you know, I don't love them. You know, especially if you get like really old people judging. So if you go up there and you get like a really good metal band and you got like an older judge, they're not going to like it because, you know, it's not them. You know, it's not like you're going to see like an 80-year-old, you know, get in the car and rock out to some, you know, Cannibal Corpse or something. But I mean,
just Severed Head Stoning.
Right, you know, but, you know, or even, you know, something a little bit more calm, like, you know, even, I don't know, like Chimera. It's not even that, they're not that heavy. I don't think so. Do you think they are?
I think
Some
they're heavy.
little chill.
Chimera?
I think they're very...
Not to the
heavy,
extent of Cannibal Corpse.
No, definitely not.
I like opened for Cannibal Corpse's Peabody's one time.
Did you?
Chimera's almost like the
Yeah,
opposite.
just remember that.
It's like a
Their
slower
drummer is like
pace.
50-something. He's like...
Did you play Pirates Cove or? Yeah, Pirates Cove is the weirdest stage I've ever seen in my life. It's like a square. It's like it's longer from back to front than it is from side to side.
More room than everybody else in the band. On the drummer out there.
I played Peabody's in December on the main stage, and it is a very cool thing. Peabody's is a trash hole.
Yeah,
but I mean, they do have, you know, honest like legends come in there.
It's not like Stomp.
So, you know, well, you know, anything. Well, we won't go there, but so is that all you guys? Just the Lakewood Meltdown and the Battle of the Bands?
Well, there's our buddy is having a 3-day bash since he's coming back from the army, so we're gonna be playing a few days out of that, and a birthday party for our friend Tyler.
Dude, those house shows can go nuts.
Yeah, they can.
You know?
Always.
Yeah, especially if he's come back from the army. He had one before.
Exactly. You know, that motion that you just did that I'm not going to say on the air.
Lucky I'm from radio, not TV.
But, dude, hey, you know, if it was, you know, I just want to know, the motion he did would make this episode like Howard Stern on TV.
Yeah, you probably have to put another disclaimer in the beginning.
Right, I'd have to put like 2 disclaimers.
Not responsible for gingers.
Not responsible for the actions of soulless gingers. But, no, and if any of you are listening and you are a musician, I am booking a show August 2nd at the Carriage House in Louisville. If you are interested in hopping on, email cprbooking@gmail.com. The Carriage House, if any of you guys don't know, is it's in the middle of nowhere, and it's a 750 capacity club.
So we can be really loud.
Oh, the sound system is like, what did he tell me? He said it's like 24,000 watts.
24,000.
I mean, it is incredibly loud in there, and not a lot of people go there unless you get good bands. Mushroom Head, every time Mushroom Head goes there, which is multiple times a year, I mean, that thing sells out instantly. I personally do not care for Mushroom Head. But you're a fan of them, aren't you, Mike?
I used to be a bigger fan, but
I don't know, I've always preferred Slipknot to Mushroom Head.
Yeah,
even though Slipknot's like 10 times bigger,
they have a big rivalry going on.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that Slipknot has a little bit more talent.
It's kind of like
a little
what we
bit
were
more
talking about earlier. It's like Megadeth and Metallica.
Yeah,
a rivalry between
Megadeth or Metallica is one band that I just cannot stand. I do not like.
Yeah, but this chicken spawned the egg that is Megadeth, which was greater than its parent.
Yeah, Megadeth. Dave Mustaine is a phenomenal songwriter. But I mean, out of the big four of metal, which is Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, and Anthrax.
Fuck that, throwing Maiden in there.
No.
Sorry, can I say?
The big four of thrash metal. Slayer is the only band that has ever, truly stuck to their roots throughout their whole career.
They didn't even need to change. They're amazing.
Just listen to the new Megadeth album.
Super Collider?
Yeah, the new one.
The newest one. Is it out yet?
If it's out, it's not.
Okay.
But yeah.
Is it good?
Two songs, maybe. They had one song that sounded really southern westerny and it had this really cool feel.
What's it called?
I don't remember.
I'll have to check that out.
Or something like that. But then it goes back to classic Megadeth, thrash, and it was just crap for the rest of the song. The intro was awesome, and then it was crap. And that's all I remember.
Well, that's what Megadeth is. They're a thrash band.
But it was like...
I don't know. I still feel like...
It sounds like Korn to me.
It was too generic.
I went to Rock on the Range a couple weeks ago, and I missed Korn because I didn't go Friday night. I was at Peabody's. I know I just got done trash talking it, but I was there. But I heard Korn was phenomenal.
Really?
They were the headliner Friday. The headliner Friday and Sunday were good, Korn and Soundgarden, but Saturday night the headliner was Smashing Pumpkins, and that was one of the worst live shows I have ever seen in my life. I left about 3 songs into it, and I went back to the hotel because it was awful. Because you had Stone Sour right before them.
Yeah.
And you're not a Stone Sour fan?
No, I think he wore out his voice, so he just,
I like Stone Sour a lot. But regardless of if you like him or not, Corey Taylor is an amazing front man. Yeah. So when you have an amazing front man and just an amazing overall band with so much energy, and then they leave the stage and you have Billy Corgan come on stage and stand there and not say a word at all, it kind of just ruins the whole show.
I don't know. I've seen some of them live, and it seems like he's just not as hard as he is on the CDs.
Who?
So he's a singer or something.
Corey Taylor?
Yeah.
If you listen to Stone Sour on the radio, they don't play their heavier stuff, but if you listen to their albums, it's stuff.
I've heard 30, 30, 150 and Come Whatever May and a few other ones, and those are good. They're pretty good. But
their newest. Have you heard Do Me a Favor?
No.
That's their newest single. That's a great song. But we're going to take another musical break, and when we get back, the boys in Without Contrast are going to play you another song, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
Gotta let it go. Why you gotta watch when I let it be? Better look into the mirror for the
back. This is the Crash Report right here on Akron One Radio. And once again, we are in here with Without Contrast from Worcester, Ohio. So let's talk about the latest news in the music world. Are any of you Stone Temple Pilots fans at all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
You heard about that?
They do an Interstate Love Song, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, did you hear about who their new singer is?
Who?
Chester Bennington from Linkin Park is the new STP singer.
Wow, that's some really clashing genres right there.
It really is.
Yeah.
This whole conversation feels like deja vu.
I know my friend's dad likes Stone Temple Pilots, man.
They're not a bad band. I mean, Interstate Love Song's okay, and Wounded Hand is awesome. But anyways,
Isn't the former lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots suing them for using his music?
they're suing. Okay, so Stone Temple Pilots is suing Scott Weiland, and Scott is countersuing the band. So there's this huge lawsuit going on. Scott will not win. I'm willing to place money on it. Well, by the time you listeners hear this, the lawsuit will probably be over. But anyways, he will not win because he's always in trouble. Any Velvet Revolver fans?
Yeah. Or Slash.
Yeah, anything. I love
Such an underrated band.
Velvet Revolver. I know.
I was just talking with Simon, I think it was earlier today, about how I was surprised, that not a lot of people knew, about them.
Well, they're not playing anymore because they don't have a singer.
They were talking about getting Corey Taylor.
Yeah, he played with them, but then it didn't work out. I'm wanting to say, I know Slash played with them. I don't know if it was with Velvet Revolver or not, but I know they tried Josh Todd from Buck Cherry.
Really?
Yeah. I like Buck Cherry a lot, but I feel like his voice only fits Buck Cherry.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, he's in an Escape the Fate song, 10 Miles High or whatever, and he has a little part in it, but he totally sounds like Buck Cherry for that bit, like when he's singing.
I hate Escape the Fate.
Well, you're not like Crew fans, so you should like Escape the Fate.
No, I should not. I hate Ronnie Radke.
He's not in it anymore.
And not anymore, but he was. You know, he was. And I don't like him, but that's beyond the point. All we're doing is trash talking. That's okay.
Right.
But 9 Inch Nails is coming out with a new album this year.
Anything he does.
They will be coming through Cleveland, I believe in October at what's that place called? The Wolstein Center, which is slightly smaller than the Q. But it's still pretty big, which is really cool. 9 Inch Nails has some really, really cool songs.
Like Mr. Self-Destruct and Reptile.
I remember the first song I heard from them was in Rock Band. You know,
Really?
Rock Band.
Hand
they have on
that feeds, yeah.
Really? They have?
Yeah,
I love
that
that
one.
song, yeah.
And then I feel like there was another one. Did they do the
Closers on
Did they do the Perfect Drug? Is that 9 Inch Nails?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one was on one of the Rock Band
That's
games.
The name of that song I was just singing. The name of that song is Perfect Drug. You are the perfect.
Oh, yeah. That's a really cool
Yeah,
song.
it's the same as well.
But, well, I had never actually heard of them until the movie School of Rock. There's one part where they're in, like, Jack Black's bedroom, and he's got all these stickers on the window, and I actually would, like, sit there and, like, look at the stickers, and I seen one that said N-I-N, and I was like, Mom, what's that? So that she told me. But, System of a Down.
Yeah.
That is one band that I actually have not really took the time to listen to.
Yeah,
Aside from,
listen to.
I know Chop Suey.
Spiders.
I know Chop Suey, and I know Toxicity, whatever it's called. Surge will cannot commit to that band right now, so they
Did
will.
he have another thing going on? Like another
You can't replace him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had his own solo thing going
Yeah.
on. Surge tanking.
And he also played with Buckethead. Any Buckethead fans?
I'm a Buckethead fan.
Buckethead is phenomenal. In case you listeners don't know who Buckethead is, he wears a mask, like a Michael Myers mask, kind of, with a Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket on his head. And he actually he played in Guns N' Roses for about, I want to say, like somewhere between like 2 and 4 years. He was in Guns N' Roses. But I seen Buckethead back in 2008 at the Cleveland Agora, and there was maybe 35, 40 people there. But it was an amazing show. What was more amazing about that show was his opening act. His name was That One Guy. And no, he had this instrument called the Magic Pipe, which had, it was a bunch of PVC pipe stacked up, and he had a bass string, just one bass string on these pipes. And he had all these effects, and he made all these crazy songs with just one bass string. And then he had another instrument called the Magic Boot, which I'm not kidding, was a cowboy boot, and he plugged it in like it was a guitar, and he just drummed on the heel, on the bottom of the boot. And it was the coolest thing. If you go on YouTube, what was that song called? Oh, he's got a song about butts. And he starts talking about like their cracks and stuff, and it was so. He's like, just because it's cracked doesn't mean that it's broke. And it's just a funny song. But probably the biggest thing going on right now in music, well, it's all over now, but for about like all of May, the singer of As I Lay Dying, Tim Lambesis, early in May, he got arrested for hiring a hitman to kill his wife. He was actually released from jail about a week or two ago on a $2 million bail, and they said that his behavior was directly linked to steroid use, which isn't really surprising. I mean, that dude is huge. And he's not allowed to talk. He's not allowed to have any contact with his ex-wife, obviously, or his kids at all.
The hitman didn't pull it off?
What's that?
The hitman didn't pull it off?
The hitman was an undercover cop.
Oh.
That's what I read, at least. So I'm not a fan of them, but I seen them last year at Mayhem. And they were pretty brutal, I'll say that.
They put on a show.
They do. Have you seen them before?
I've seen, concert videos and.
Oh yeah, they were not. I watched like the last song. I didn't get to watch that. I missed almost the first half of the day because I was working at Mayhem last year. But I did get to see the bands that I wanted to see. I hated Slipknot until I seen them. They were really good, which made me a fan. And Slayer was definitely one of the highlights of the day. Slayer, whether you like them or not, I mean, they were just nuts. And Motorhead, Motorhead never ever comes to the States, so it was really cool to be able to see them. But I'll say this, I know I said earlier that Smashing Pumpkins is one of the worst shows I've ever seen, but the worst live concert I've ever seen was at Mayhem, and it was Asking Alexandria. Whether you like their music or not it's okay, and it's not because I don't like them as a band. It's just because they're awful. I mean, they literally cannot play live.
That's pure studio band, man.
And
you can't sing like that.
Exactly. And I'm a huge Skid Row fan. I love Skid Row, and I heard them do some Skid Row covers on YouTube, and I was like, are you kidding me? It was terrible. But when they were on stage, everybody, I mean, there was a lot of people. I was in the pavilion, but I had to walk around the lawn and do some, well, you've seen me. I had to pass out these flyers for Rockapalooza. But in turn for, wasting half of my day at Mayhem Fest, I got a pit pass. So I was right in the pit for Slipknot, Slayer, and it was awesome. But no, people were literally booing Asking Alexandria off the stage. I mean, they were just awful. Granted, I mean, everybody on the main stage was like a classic band. I mean, even Slipknot, I mean, they're kind of old now.
Slayer.
And then you have Slayer, they're like the kings of metal.
Yeah, but...
And then you have Asking Alexandria, right? So...
Have you ever heard Sleeping with Sirens live? They sound amazing.
Oh, Sleeping with Sirens is awful. Oh my goodness! That singer sounds like a chick.
So?
They are. I can't stand them. Yeah, if I want to hear a good chick sing, I will. No, I don't know. But anyways, So every week on the Crash Report, we are going to do a featured artist of the week, and this week actually we're going to have two, because on the first recording of this episode we had another person in here. Her name was Ginger Pengus. She unfortunately was not able to make it tonight. Talk about her first. She is from the Akron area, and she is building quite the fan base. She's coming out with a country record. I think next month it's released. She's doing a House of Blues show. It's a showcase for Sony Music, which is very, very cool. She plays all over. She played at the Z-Plex a few times, which any band should try to get in there. That place is huge. It's hooked onto a restaurant called Strings and Wings, and there's a concert venue called the Z-Plex right in the same building, and it is just phenomenal. I mean, it's just huge. But I guess the coolest thing that's going on with her is one of her videos was on the homepage of YouTube, which is really, really cool. Yeah, the song I think is called "Believe," and it's not on the homepage anymore. But I've been in a lot of bands, put a lot of videos on YouTube. It would be really cool to have your your video on the front page. But the other band is one of my personal favorites on the local scene. They are from Painesville, Ohio, and they are called Atomic Grave. And we co-headlined a festival back in March with them, and they're like old school thrash, but they're like 18-year-old kids, and they are just absolutely phenomenal. They're on tour right now called the Resurrecting Metal Tour. I believe it's like an 8 to 10 show tour. The tour wraps up at the end of June. They are going all the way from Cleveland to Kent, Toledo, all over the place, and they actually have the coolest T-shirts. I mean, honestly, you go into Hot Topic, and their T-shirts are almost, a lot. They're cooler than most of the shirts in Hot Topic, and the shirts are just awesome. Whoever came up with that idea is a genius. But those guys are absolutely phenomenal. But so we're going to get back to Without Contrast here, and you guys want to play another song for us?
Sure, we can give it a go.
If you like what you hear, you can check them out on Facebook. Do you guys have a Reverb Nation page?
No, but we have a SoundCloud page.
You can check them out on Facebook and SoundCloud. And if you really dig them, which you should, because I sure do, come see them play at the Symposium next Friday night, June 21st. Tickets are $10, $12 at the door. These guys are co-headlining with My Dying Breath from Barberton, Ohio. It's going to be an awesome lineup. Got C. Martin, which is my favorite solo act. I know I say everybody's my favorite, but this dude is so incredibly talented. He went to the Musicians Institute in Los Angeles. And this dude can sing. He sings. He plays piano like a god. He plays guitar, plays the bass, and he's phenomenal at all of it. And his songs are just really well crafted. We got Lead Them to the Lake, which we talked about earlier. A really cool punk band. I want to say they're from Alliance. They're really cool. They say the F word a lot, which is cool. But we got Paper Veins from Berlin Heights. Without Contrast, My Dying Breath, and The Living. They're like a classic rock, kind of like a jam band, and they're really, really cool guys, really, really talented. The highlight of that band is definitely their bass player. He is just absolutely phenomenal. But anyways, you guys ready for the song?
Yep.
All right. You want to tell us a little bit about this one and actually say the name this time?
This one's name is 7 Letters, and it was co-written between me and Anthony. It was the second acoustic song that we wrote, and
before you guys get started, Yeah, I hope you guys. I feel like I'm in for a treat because Mike was saying, "Oh, dude, 7 letters, man." So this,
Good song.
I'm gonna bet this is gonna be a really cool song. Do you guys like it better than Relieved?
I can't say that I
Yeah,
like it better.
I like that one part of it, leave where he's out there.
Well, take it away, guys. This is Without Contrast, 7 letters.
Never mind, I realize now that it's over. Never mind, I realize now it never started. It's like I was drunk and now I'm finally sober. Sober. So why am I still here all broken hearted? I wrote you 7 letters, but none I ever sent. And it seems I went. Living life is just as long as part of time. Living life, never thought it'd be this hard. I'm wasting all my time 'cause I keep trying, trying. Don't know how I even got this far. Wrote a dozen letters, but none I ever sent. This seems how it is. Never mind, living life, it never started. Don't know how I even got this far. Wrote 100 letters, but none I'll ever send. This is how it ends.
I have to say that was actually really, really good. I actually enjoyed that more than Relieved. But I know Relieved a lot more because I literally listened to that thing like 50 times earlier today. But that is about it for tonight. This is the Crash Report. I am your host, Logan Crash Crosland. You can check this show out every other Wednesday right here on Akron One Radio. And we were in the studio with Without Contrast. You guys have anything final to say?
We love all of you.
All
you should
of
come
you.
see us play because we're gorgeous in person.
Everybody except for the man who said that is very handsome. But
I said that Padawan. Watch that.
anyways, I want to thank you all for listening, and make sure you check these guys out on Facebook and SoundCloud. Without Contrast. Is that the links to? Facebook.com/Without Contrast.
I believe so. It's either Without Contrast or Without Contrast Music.
Okay, yep. You can check that out, and if you dig what you hear, hit them up, and come support local music and live music, and come hang out with them. They're all really cool guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to close out with a song. Thank you. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Peace out.
Thank you. Good night.
Can't you see I'm easily bothered by persistence? One step from lashing out Are you talking to me? No way, punk.
Thanks for listening to the Crash Report right here on Akron One Radio. We will see you in 2 weeks.